Rita.
Now, I would think one of the reasons why South Australians were so strongly against the voice was because they had a taste of it already, because SA was already down the path of having this state-based voice. They knew how flawed it was, how divisive it was. If the Liberals are back in power, do you promise to abolish this chamber, this additional layer of bureaucracy?
Yeah, and so Rita, you know, we've got elections occurring at the moment, and we'll have the state-based voice, shall we say, elected next Saturday, and we've got 2 years to look at how this this fourth chamber, fourth layer of bureaucracy works, and our leader has come out saying that if it isn't doing a good job, and then we will absolutely be looking to repeal this piece of legislation. And Rita, can I say, if it's one thing that I've learnt since coming into Parliament, it's that more bureaucracy equals less outcomes.
100%, Nicola, 100%.
100%, but
I think, you know, the thing to remember is ultimately we all want to see practical outcomes for Aboriginal communities, but this is not the way to do it. And, you know, we should be taking the advice of Senator Jacinta Price and Senator Karen Little, both of who are calling for an audit on or inquiry into the billions of dollars that have been spent closing the gap every single year, and more accountability on that spending.
But why do you need to see 2 years of this chamber operating to have a position that you're going to abolish it? Because on principle, the fact that this is a race-based chamber, the fact that 64% of South Australians have made it clear they do not want this sort of divisive race-based politics, can't you just have a firm position rather than having a wait-and-see approach?
Well, look, our position is that we're supportive of repealing this piece of legislation. I mean, we're on the record saying that we support One Nation's repeal bill. So, but the fact of the matter is we're not in government for another 2 years. So, unfortunately, South Australians are going to be stuck with this for the next 2 years.
One thing, Nicola, apart from supporting you and One Nation on this, there is a petition, don'tdividesa.com.au, a petition where people can show that they are against this South Australian voice. Some of the comments underneath the petition are pretty revealing. We said no and we mean it. South Australia voted no to the voice. Now the Premier is turning his back on South Australians. This is unconstitutional, says this particular commentator. He should resign and take his followers with him. That's talking about Peter Malinauskas. Nicola Centofanti, thanks so much for coming on Outsiders. Great to have you here.